All right, rock and roll fans, this is your host, Christian Hanna Hard. Let's get ready for A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and let's kick things up with a little 1987 Fastway. Here we go. All right, guys, one more jam, and we're going to go ahead and just start rocking some Nightmare. I know you guys are ready. So what do you say I take you guys out with an actual song that I covered from the soundtrack of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4? How about some Fat Boys?
Jack, I'm gonna bust a rhyme. Grab a hold of your friends, it's Kruger time.
It's 1 a.m. and Freddy's here. The supreme dog maker, he's a master of fear. When you see the night coming, stay away from the dark. Watch out for Freddy, he'll bust your heart. It's 2 a.m. and Freddy's here. The supreme dream maker, he's a master of fear. When you see the night coming, stay away from the dark.
Oh, yeah. Are you ready for Freddy? Are you guys ready to go? Let me get a thumbs up in the chat if you guys ready to start A Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And I've got a surprise. I've got a special hat for this stream. A very special hat. All right. Are you guys ready to see my hat? Oh, yeah. I got my fedora. What do you guys think? I got my fedora on. Are y'all ready? Let me adjust. Oh my god. All right, who do we have in here? Let me give some shout outs. We're going to go ahead and just start rocking and rolling. Foof Y, The Zodiac Killer, D.Y. Hunts, Psycho Sullivan, John McCullough, Kalen, what's up, man? Apex Machine, Big Crack Rock, Brock Savage, John McCullough, Xander Foley 2. What's going on, guys? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Count Von Strange the 4th, what's up, man? Psycho Sullivan, I think I said your name already. You got 2. Nightmare Files. All right, Jess Graham. What's up, Jess Graham? Apex Machine. God, you guys are here. You guys are ready to rock and roll. My goodness gracious. Phil's Creepy Vids is in the house. I just seen your name in here. Are you guys, I mean, I don't want to BS too much. I'm ready to rock some Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Can everybody hear me? Do I sound fine? How is everything? Thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Do I need to adjust anything? I'm so excited to rock A Nightmare on Elm Street. So much. I'm so excited. Ryan Dog, what's up, man? Dave is here. I'm so glad Dave is at least here with us to enjoy. Let me fix my camera. My camera could look a little bit better. Let me adjust the preset. How about this? Oh, yeah. Now you guys can see me. You see that? You see how brighter I am now? All right. I'm actually going to make myself a little bit bigger. You guys can see me. All right, guys. I'm not starting yet. This is what I'm doing. I've got my Blu-ray in. I'm going to, I got it on Nightmare on Elm Street 4. All right. Are you guys ready? First of all, I guess I want to ask. Well, I got to turn that down. I guess the first thing I want to ask to everybody is, where do you rank Nightmare 4 in the franchise for you guys? I love all of them. They're all my children, to quote Freddy. I love Part 3 and Part 2 the most. I would say I would rank them probably 3, either 3-1-2 or 3-2-1. I'm not sure. And 4 is probably close up to that. I love 5 just as much as 4. Yes, this is a watch party. Apex says he loves Part 4 the most. Zodiac Killer has number 4 in his franchise. Yes, I'm watching the Blu-ray, Joseph. I'm watching the Blu-ray. We got some love for 4. Wow. I have the collection on VHS. Wow. Original first, 4 second. Heck yeah, we got some love for. So guys, when we get to the end of the stream, whoever's with me, we're gonna pick together which stream we're doing next week, or not next week, but the week after that. Because next week I'll work evening, so I can't. But I've got some ideas for what you guys want. Emperor of Nerds says love 4 so much it's super underrated. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put my subtitles on, so let me just go ahead and set that up. If I can... No, that's not what I want. Alright. I guess, because I think some people are using DVD, some people are not, I'm going to hit play and hit pause, and then we'll do the countdown. So let me do that. Okay, I'm at 0.00. Are you guys ready? Are you people ready? Kalen loves number 4. He's a number 4 fan. If you guys are ready, I'm ready to start rocking and rolling on some Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. It's been a while since I've watched this one. So I'm just really excited. I'm really, really excited. Can't wait. Foof says, listen, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 4 and New Nightmare are the best of the bunch. I love New Nightmare. All right, guys. Ready to go. Ready to go. Let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, and we're going to talk about that, Joseph. So if memory serves, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 was the most profitable up to... Ooh, that jam. Boom, boom. Ooh, ah. I love that song. And that's Tuesday night. That's so awesome. But yeah, Nightmare 4 does have a good success story. Darkness strikes once again. I'm all alone. I'm sorry, I got to. It feels like the end. He runs with me while I sleep. It's a jam. You guys know it's a jam. And guys, if you want to know how much I love Nightmare 4, look at this. That's my video store stand. There it is. I'm running from this nightmare. I turn around and there's no one there, 'cause I'm running. Somebody film this. Run. Well, I'm filming it. Running. Now, guys, I've said it once. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. Everybody, I want horns after I make this statement. I want thumbs up in the chat. I'm excited for the Friday the 13th box set. Can't wait. What do we need next? We need the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. I want 4K scans of 1, 2, and 3. And 4. I can live if it's not 4 and up, but I need at least 4K scans of 1, 2, and 3. I can't sleep tonight, 'cause I gotta run, gotta hide. Running from the... I can't help it. It's been so long since I've listened to this song. Because listen, I'm a big Friday fan as much as a Nightmare fan, guys. Look at y'all in the chat. Soundtrack-wise, let me show y'all something. Now, when it comes to the soundtracks, look what we have right here. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Vinyl soundtrack. Look at that. Unfortunately, the Tuesday night song is not on here. But this soundtrack is amazing. I love it. Yeah. This is the music from the motion picture. This isn't the original score, which I have that on cassette, like the original score. Here we go, guys. Now, guys, this is a plasma TV I just got, and I love it. It makes obviously, with the camera, it's making it harsh looking. But with my plasma TV, it makes all the colors deeper, and it looks more cinematic. I don't know how else to explain it. There we go. I had my TV too loud. Music composed by Craig Safan. All right, what are you guys saying? D.Y. Hunts, I'm posting you dancing on my Insta story. Please do it. Christian, I saw Freddy's Dead in the theater. Oh, man, that's awesome. Anyone have the Nightmare 4 soundtrack? I have a Blu-ray box set of Nightmare. Well, I just showed the vinyl, but that's the music from. Do you guys want to see the cassette of the actual... I have of the actual score of the movie? Because I have that, too. Warner will never give us those 4K scans unless they get together with Scream Factory on those films. Well, Austin, I pray they do, man. Because, Austin, you're rocking your... So you said you're rocking your snap case, which is great. But, oh, yeah, somebody wants me to move the TV? All right, let's see. Let me figure this out. There we go. How is that? Everybody fine with that? I want you guys to be happy. I know Tuesday Night needs to be on the soundtrack. I don't know why that song wasn't on there. And that song, I actually have her debut album, but that song wasn't on there either. I don't know how or why, but it wasn't on that vinyl I showed. Carter says, any idea if Scream Factory is pursuing the rights to print Nightmare on Elm Street? I would be a day one purchasing that box set. I want it. I know that if they do Jason, they have to do Michael. I mean Freddy. You can't do Jason without Freddy. So we need Freddy. I'd be way more excited for Freddy. But yes, Tuesday Night did sing Running from This Nightmare. She did. I love it. I met her. She was great. Um, let's see. 80s nostalgia. Freddy's jokes are the best in part 4. Oh, agreed. Agreed. His jokes are the best. I did move the camera. I mean, you should be able to see the TV fine. I moved the mic out of the way, so let me know if you guys are good. Now, let's talk about this, guys, because I want to know what you guys think about this. Obviously, Patricia Arquette did not come back for part 4. We think it's a money thing, and maybe her manager was just like, we need more money. But what do you guys think about Tuesday Night? Do you like her more than Patricia? Do you like her as much as Patricia? What is your guys' thoughts on that change? I kind of just like them both the same, I think. I like them both for their movie. I think they both fit properly for their movie. But what do you guys think? Tuesday was really nice when I met her, too. I met her at Texas Frightmare. It was last year or year before last. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Patricia Arquette. Love me some Patricia. I feel like I need to, like, bend this a little bit. There we go. I feel like, you see, this isn't working out the way I like, guys. Like, I'm really more like Indiana Jones instead of Freddy. Some people like Patricia. Some people are saying they don't care for her. They were both good in different ways. I'm sure she's fine as a person, but I did not like her performance. I mean, and that's fair. I can see that because Arquette was just... She was haunting. Like, she was very haunting. Like, you felt the fear from her. And this movie's more upbeat, jokey. We got Brock Savage coming in with some true romance, so I'm with her. I can't argue that. Cannot argue that. Apex says, I like Tuesday, not bothered by her. What I love about this movie more than anything, and the reason I love this movie so much, and I think is also the reason you guys probably love this movie, is Robert Englund. I love his Freddy in part 4. It's amazing. How's this for a wet dream? Like, I can't wait till we get to some of these scenes. And there's my Dream Master, actually you can't see it. There's my Dream Master replica, and I love him so much. Alright, where's Tuesday going? Actually, I like Alice, too. I like Alice more than Tuesday. In the movie, I like Alice's character more. I do. D.Y. Hunt says, I finished In Search of Darkness, and it was phenomenal. I liked it, too. I need to see Stepfather, too. That was one movie that was in there that I haven't seen yet. So, I pre-ordered the Friday box set. The new one, can't wait for it. But New Line will not give up on the Nightmare movies to Scream Factory. I pray that they eventually do. I really do. Jamie, what's up, Jamie? Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master is what... But I'm sure you probably gathered that when clicking on this video. And from everything you see, I've got my hat on, but I think I'm more Indiana Jones than Freddy. But it is what it is. Psycho says the kills in this movie are very memorable. I couldn't agree more. I love the waterbed. I love Freddy's resurrection in this movie. A dog urinates and turns into fire. I love it. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You know, I have a nickname for this movie, though. I call Nightmare 4, guys, I call it Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Daydream Master, because it seems like this movie mostly takes place in the day. I don't know, you guys noticed that, too? It just... And that's not an insult, because I like the movie, but, like, this movie predominantly seems like it takes place during the day, which is just interesting. Alice grows so much as a character. I agree. I like her in both of these. Dan, I met Dan. You are one major league hunk. Nobody's ever told me that. Dylan says, Warner is licensing out films and rumor has it a Nightmare will be coming from Scream. My thing is this, man. You can't do Jason without Freddy. You gotta do Freddy. I love this chick. Now, she has a great scene with the bugs and everything. Look at this moped. I love it. Now there's a band called Triumph, and that motorcycle behind them has Triumph on it. Now I think that's the brand of whatever that is, but it always makes me think of the band. That's right. She's got the brunette hair. I like the blonde hair in Alice in 5, but, you know, I just love Alice. I like her in these movies. But I'm really happy with this TV. I don't think it's not 4K. It's just full 1080p, but it's more it feels very cinematic. It's different from an LED TV, and it's full 3D too. So I'm gonna be able to watch Nightmare on Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D when that comes. Anthony Jordan, movies and reviews. Couldn't Shout Factory just lease the rights to make the box set and give New Line royalties? I mean, if they can do Friday, they need to do Nightmare. I don't know the logistics of how the deal would be, but they can't do Freddy. They can't do Jason without Freddy. Psycho Sullivan, it's a Triumph motorcycle. It's the model. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty sure of that, but it always makes me think of the band Triumph. Oof says the dog pee is unbeatable. It's so amazing. And I like that we get our characters back from 3 in here. Obviously, we know that Patricia's not in here, but I like Kincaid. I can't help myself. Love me some Kincaid. Kevin says the Nightmare box set would be awesome. That's my dream, no pun intended. That is my dream thing. So I can't wait. Austin says, do the 4K discs look good? Yes, Austin, they really do. Like, I'm not saying, oh, this TV is just plain out better than my previous one. I have multiple 4K TVs in my house, but I really wanted a 3D TV, and I actually got this one, which is even a little bit bigger than my last one. But this one is a plasma, full 1080p plasma 3D TV, and I swear to God, I like the picture on it. Everything looks cinematic, more cinematic and deeper. It just looks like the movie theater, and I love it. But yeah, 4K scan movies look. I mean, I watched Zombie on this when I got it, and I was like, wow, that looks amazing. Jess Graham says Nightmare on Elm Street DVD box set, still one of the best box sets ever. I've got that. It's down there somewhere, but I have that. Dave says I drove my moped to school. Dave, you're too cool for school, man. I love it. Crystal Lake Council 1977 says, hey, Christian, good news. My Friday the 13th Part 7 vinyl shipped today. Good deal. Mine did too. I need to check the tracking on it. Uh-oh, here comes Dad. Go. Dramarama. What the hell is wrong? Such great songs. Don't y'all just love the fact that this guy turned his shed? He turned his shed into like a kung fu dojo to just train. I think that's so awesome. Oh man. Emperor of Nerds says, I like how ridiculous this movie is, but it's actually like smart. It actually tries to be cool and embraces its ridiculous nature and makes it crib. And you know what? I think Robert said this is the MTV nightmare. So it captures, I think, what was going on at the time. I mean, it clearly did, because the movie made even more money than Dream Warriors, which is awesome, you know? What the hell am I, a rabbit? Oh my goodness. I like that the dog's name is Jason too. KH Wendy says, yeah, and you knew they did that on purpose. That was a rib. Poor Alice. Come on, man. Dad comes home all wasted, in a bad mood. Be nice to Alice. She's not even... Come on, man. She's a sweet girl. Kincaid dies too soon. Here we go. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for Freddy? I can't wait to see Freddy. I'm so excited. Now, guys, Spirit Halloween, when they open up, if they don't have good Freddy stuff, I'm going to lose it. Let me show you what I got at, I got this at Books A Million a couple weeks ago. I got this Elm Street sign at Books A Million. And one of my good friends and supporters sent me some Freddy cards. So I got my Freddy cards too. Now, was Alice's dad part of the crew that burned Freddy? Because I see you guys talking about that. He had to have been, right? He was there. Oh, God, here we go. I love this junkyard scene, guys. I know y'all do, too. Look at this. There's Jason. There's Jason. Boy, Jason's digging a hole in there. Does the PlayStation 3 play 3D movies? But yeah, I've got a 3D TV. My TV is a full 3D TV. So I gotta get my glasses, but... Oh, God. Are y'all ready? Dylan says no, he wasn't a part of the mob. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You're right. Because Freddy was passed down to the knowledge of Freddy was just passed down, but Heather's parents and stuff were part of the mob. Oh, God, look at this. Look at the bones. This feels very Halloween-ish. You guys know what I mean? Like, it just feels very Halloween. I love it. Oh, God. The big 80s drums coming in. He's just a drunk. Emperor of Nerds, well, you got it coming, because, oh my God, look at that. It looks like Hellraiser. I just would have loved seeing this in theaters. I know I would have loved it. Guys, this movie's awesome. Like, I forgot how awesome this one is. Visually, it's so fun, and the energy of it. Oh, God. There he is. He's burning! Dust off his head. Oh, my God. You better run. You better run. I don't know why kill him off, man. I guess they just figure it's cheaper to get new characters. But then they keep Alice in 5. So that maybe they just change. I don't know what happened, but here he is. Oh, yeah. This junkyard would give me creeps just being there. Forget Freddy, but like the junkyard would freak me out just enough. That's right, Emperor Nerds, you shouldn't have buried me. I'm not dead. I love that line. Wow. Says we got 39 people watching. Guys, if it's not too much trouble, if you could just give the stream a like, I would love that. You see, Dave, I'm a fan of 5. I really like the Dream Child a lot. I love the gothic look of it. I think it's funny. I like the stop motion. Now, I think 4 does a lot of things better. I can admit that, but I enjoy 5. But I'm a sucker. I really just love them all. My favorite part about 5, Dave, is when he melts his arm off with the wine or the alcohol, and then he sticks it on the wall and makes a seatbelt out of it. Oh, God. Like, this would give me so much stress. That's right, Wendy. Freddy's back. Yell for Kristen. You better yell for her. Look at this shot. I just love that. Oh, my God. Oh! Stabbed him right in the gut. Tell him Freddy sent you. Guys, here's actually my... This is supposed to be a Dream Master replica glove. I got it on my stand. And this is supposed to be off of the Dream Master. So... And these are actually really sharp. So there's my Freddy glove. I like that it's got the sleeve on it and everything. Tell him Freddy sent you. Oh my god. Foof says, my area is canceling Halloween due to COVID. They already decided. I'm crushed. Well, Foof, listen to me. Halloween's not over for you. I'm still decorating my house like crazy. I'm going to Spirit Halloween 3 times a week. You know, forget what they say. Don't let it affect you. You know. Now, here's the stereo guy. Now, guys, when the girl comes up, I'm going to have to cover the camera or just turn it because I don't want nudity on here, which you guys probably understand. But once she goes away, I'm going to reveal again. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a sucker for 5. I can agree that it was a rushed film. No fault by the filmmaker. It's all New Line. It's all Bob Shea wanting the movie to be made so ridiculously quick. So, it just needed more time, I think. But there's some great stuff in there. Austin says the DVD still looks really good for $99, but it's also being upscaled in a Blu-ray player. That's right, a Blu-ray will upscale your DVDs. All right, guys, as soon as she's gone, I'm gonna release it. Okay. I'm sure you're watching this at home anyway. Good-looking woman. And you gotta give it up for that. Oh, I just let it slip. You gotta give it up for that Billy Idol. All right, she's going away. God, that Billy Idol just makes that scene work perfectly. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Here he comes. Oh! I love the makeup in this movie. It's just perfect. And then when he stabs him, the water turns red. Here y'all go. Here y'all go. Get ready. Come up. Here he is. Oh, good Lord. Oh, my God. Now, Robert talked about that scene took an extremely long time to film, which I can believe it. There's a little bit of continuity weirdness to that scene, but I don't mind it because the payoff is still great. When Freddy cuts you, aren't you technically supposed to be cut in real life too? Because I think for Kincaid, he just kind of just died and didn't have the scars. They didn't show any blood or anything coming out of him. And him, Joey, he's just in the bed. He's just in the bed underwater. But even though he's not cut there, I'm okay with it because because the visual of seeing him just in the bed is like, oh my God. I always like that this brother and sister, they got along well, Halloween is Christian's house every day. It really is. Dan wasn't that buff. Psycho says there is no bad Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what I'm talking about. The worst Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy's Dead, says Antonis. I can see why you say that. Again, I hold no punches. I'm obsessed with this franchise. I love all of them. But I have no argument to it. I love it, but I agree. Somebody just said this movie's Emperor of Nerds. This movie is a visual masterpiece. I couldn't agree more. I think this film looks, quite honestly, just looks fantastic. Just so many great scenes. Watch the fish. No. Here we go, guys. Oh God. This is just a really... Here we go. Y'all ready? Ho! That's honestly, guys, that's kind of brutal. Like, that was pretty brutal. Did y'all ever notice that Tuesday doesn't actually light up the cigarette here? Psycho said waterbeds were huge in the 80s. I slept in a waterbed as a kid. That part always got me. I wonder, did anybody ever legitimately put fish in their waterbed? I think I've seen it online before. Like, but does anybody legitimately ever have a fish in their waterbed? Dave says Nightmare 2 is the best. I love Nightmare 2. I'm doing that one on my other show in Halloween, but if you guys want to do it here too, maybe down the road we'll do two. I have some ideas of what I want to do next, and we're going to talk about that. You guys here live are going to decide it. You guys are going to decide it. So that'll be fun. We're going to do that at the end of the show. Dylan's got showing love. He says Nightmare 2's grown on me over the years, and Freddy looks the scariest as far as his makeup goes. Oh, couldn't agree more. I mean, let me show you my bust real quick. That is my Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 bust, and look at that. I mean, it's haunting. Jesus. You know, it just looks like a demon. You know. Oh, let me fix the old camera. Yeah, Nightmare 2 is the scariest look to me. Foof says Nightmare 2 is a movie I watch every few months. It never gets old to me. Oh, God, here we go. Look at Robert as a woman. I love this, guys. I love this scene. And I love the way the blood comes off the back of the shirt. Y'all ready? It's so funny seeing him as a girl. Get ready, guys. Watch this. I love this. Oh, his teeth right here gross me out, too. Here we go. Oh. Oh, man. And they don't show it long, but you got to appreciate... You've got to appreciate the blood on the walls and everything. Oh, my God. Xander Foley says, you're cool. Are you talking to me? I hope you're talking to me. Psycho Sullivan says, what's up with Nightmare 2 being the gayest horror movie of all time? Have y'all seen that documentary yet? I haven't seen it. I'm just wondering. Not only have I seen it, I've got the soundtrack to the Mark Patton documentary. And it's great music. Oh, guys, real quick, shout out to the Joe Lamont Pride and Joy song that plays in the diner. I love that song. I absolutely love that song. Just want to shout that out real quick. Yeah. Well, we got some Nightmare 2 love in this stream. Good Lord. Guys, I wish where I live there was like fun little diners, in my house. Like, not my in my house, in my area, in my house. I don't have this kind of stuff by me anymore, and I know I just love that atmosphere. I love that atmosphere. So I wish that I could do that. Yeah, Drew, I saw that. I don't know how to fix that. Real quick, let me unplug something and see if it changes anything. Bear with me, I'm still right here. I'm still right here. I'm still here. Is that any better? Is that any better? I like how timid and weak Alice starts out in the film, but then transforms into something tough at the end of this and continues to fight. Reminds me of Sarah Connorway. Yeah. I do, it'll be all right. I'm not going to change it. Nobody else is really seems to be worried about it, Drew. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, because I'm talking dead in the middle of the mic. So I have no idea why it's doing that. I'm getting lost. Where are you guys? I love how timid and weak Alice starts out in this film, but then transforms into something. Oh, I read that one. Dave, I can agree with that. I can't agree with that. He went after the writer. What was that? David. What was his name? David Chaskin. He went after him pretty hard, which I was like, oh man. So let me see if I can adjust something else on this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Talking dead. I'm talking dead in the middle of the mic too. Ah, well. KH Wendy says, we just lost a diner that's been around my town like forever. Now they closed down. Oh, that's a shame. It's fixed? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, whoops. How do I sound, guys? Is everything better? Do I sound... If you're listening to earphones, do I sound dead center? I don't know why it's doing that. That's so weird. You know? Wendy said she just lost a diner that's been around her town and forever. That's a shame. That's really a shame. Yeah, if you guys are watching on a TV, then you probably wouldn't notice it. But for some reason, if you're listening to earphones, I was only coming out on one side, and I'm not a fool. I'm a fairly intelligent guy, so I know that my mic was set up properly, and I'm talking dead center of it. It's just some kind of weird glitch of something. I don't know. I don't know. Any news on Spirit Halloween is opening? Yeah, they're opening. They will be opening, but you're gonna have to wear your masks and stuff. Guys. I ordered something from a site that I'm not a huge fan of because they always take a year and a half to ship it. But because they're not doing conventions, my wife is like, let's just get it. And it shipped, so I can attest. I got a Mrs. Voorhees face mask from London 1888 from the video game. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get that. Do all of the Nightmare on Elm Streets have documentaries? I love how they make horror movies, the deaths, interviews. Yeah, you need to get Never Sleep Again. Oh, when is it opening? You just need to it depends. Some will open maybe in a week, some maybe 2 weeks. It's just store to store. Psycho Sullivan, I'm hearing you good, bro. Okay, so she torched him. That mama torched him. So does that mean that Alice's dad torched him too? You just murdered me. Can you imagine saying that? Like your kid telling you that? Like, you just murdered me. Like, good Lord. Never Sleep Again is fantastic. Boy, these chats are coming in. Love you guys. How many people we have in here right now? 32. 32 beautiful human beings hanging out. Anyway. Does Never Sleep Again explain how Glenn's death worked for the first movie? Yeah, they go over that. They tell you what they did. There's also like a mini Never Sleep Again documentary that's on the special edition DVD. That's quite honestly just as good. The Does Never Sleep Again. Yeah, let's see. 35 peeps watching. That's awesome. You know, sometimes, like last week I did Brain Scan. I think I alienated some people. They were just like, Christian, like, do the home runs. Like, let's do some... And it's funny because I'm a Freddy guy. And you guys know I'm a Freddy guy. But I haven't done Freddy yet. So we're going to talk at the end of the stream about what's coming next. Just bear with me. I'm seeing love for Nightmare 2, but just hang on. Bear with me. I want to talk to you guys about... Because I have another show I have to respect. We have that in line at the end of the month on the Firefly Family Podcast. But bear with me. We're going to... Why couldn't... There should have... Okay, that should have... Okay, that's cool. I almost wish the fin would have been, like, this Freddy skin color. Interesting take. Tuesday night refused to not wear a bikini... She refused to just wear, like, a bikini bottom. She wanted to wear the deal. And I respect that. She's a pretty girl, though. But she said that Rennie was like, you need to take it off. You need to take it off. Oh, man. Alice's dad was never afflicted in any of the movies. He was always pretty laid back and supportive. Yeah, and he's great in 5. I love him in 5. Look at Freddy shoving him down. Now here's the this is the background on my video, as you guys can see here. Oh! Now she's in the house. This must have been an upside down house thing too. Let's see. Foof says, yeah, it explains that it was a revolving set in Glenn's death. Well, the mom was in part 3, so she was there. Yeah, we know the mom was there, clearly. And she seems like a you-know-what. I'm not going to say it. She seems like a can I speak to the manager kind of person. Now, look at the shades of green in here. I've always liked this, guys. Do y'all notice that? Like, there's these shades of green. I don't know if the camera may not pick it up, but there's like these green lights coming up from the grating on the ground. I love that. Reach out and touch someone. God, he looks so creepy in this. Somebody remind me, who did the makeup effects for 4? Was it K&B? Was it Howard Berger who put the makeup on, or was it still Kevin Yeager's design but Howard Berger applied it? I think that's the case, but somebody remind me if they do, because it's slipping my mind. It does look Argento, Austin. That's a good way to put it. It's got those cool lights in it. I feel so... Like, do I need to take the hat off, guys? Like, I feel like I'm more Indiana Jones than Freddy. Now, granted, this hat came off of my Gammy animatronic Freddy. I've made it this far. I may as well just keep the hat on. What's the difference, right? Here we go. Chest of Souls. Oh, man. That is creepy. Kevin Yeager did Chuck's from Child Play, too. Kevin Yeager's a god. Kevin Yeager is a makeup effects god. Austin Wilcutt says, Hellbound Hellraiser 2 had those same green Argento lights in the hall or mirror scenes in hell. That's right. That is indeed right. Why haven't they released the Here's a good question. Why haven't they released the uncut version of Nightmare 5 on DVD or Blu-ray? The uncut version is so much better. That is another thing I tell people. If you're not huge on Nightmare 5, I've seen the uncut version. I have the laser disc of it. It improves the film vastly because it's so, that movie is like an Empire Picture gore fest. With the scene where the girl is eating the food and Freddy ends up taking food back out of her stomach and making her eat it again. Nightmare 5 improves a lot, I think, with the added gore stuff, because they did some really creative, disgusting stuff. The motorcycle thing is surprisingly painful watching it. John Kyle Stanton's in here. What's up, Johnny? What's going on, man? And just, you're right, John Bugler did work on this film, too. I know he did a lot of the prop stuff with the pizzas and everything. Psycho Sullivan, 2010 version needed a taller Freddy. It was like a midget running around in a Freddy shirt. Well, that could be fixed with good cinematography, Psycho Sullivan. My only real positive I have about the remake, because I can watch the film and enjoy it a little bit. I think Jackie is good. He's a world-class actor. The guy's been in some amazing stuff. But I just think everything needed to be redone. Different cast, different script, different. I wasn't huge on the quiet Nancy, who's just very timid. I'm not saying rip off Heather, but empower that woman. Make her tough as nails. You know, I just wish that would have been a little bit different in the script. Anthony Jordan, Movies and More. I like the whole thing with her taking pictures of the mirror. It's like before she can stand up to Freddy, she has to become comfortable with who she is. Look at you getting introspective. That's right, though. That's right. If they don't believe in Freddy. Okay, Austin says, I have the Uncut Nightmare 5 on VHS. I got it on Laserdisc, bruh. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, that's good that you have it. It's just the best way to watch the movie. Andrew from the Firefly Family Podcast says, can't wait for the Scream Factory box set featuring Dream Child uncut with VHS inserts. Well, let me take you a step further, Andrew. Let's do the Jason Goes to Hell way. Let's do 2K scan with HD insert added scenes. Meet me there. I think they can make that happen because, look, man, my Part 5 Laserdisc, there is no dip in quality from any of that. So, I mean, they have some kind of decent... It exists, you know what I mean, man? Like, if my Laserdisc looks great, there is no dip in the added scenes. It's like, just, it was edited as the... It's like they took the edited version, the version that was uncut, and just put it on the Laserdisc from the original editing of it. So, I think they can, by all means... crush it. I guess Xander Foley says, gotta go. See you later. This is fun. Thank you, man. Come back and finish the stream. K Wendy says the guy from K&B did Part 4. They talked about it on the doc. That's right. Howard Berger put the makeup on him, but I know that Yeager was still a part of the making of. John Kyle with a $5 super chat. Christian, have you seen Nightmare in Poughkeepsie Street? I do not want to live anywhere near a Poughkeepsie Street whatsoever. At all. At all. Oh, guys, I love this scene. I love this scene. Like I said, what's interesting about this Nightmare on Elm Street is how so much of it takes place during the day. This is why I call it Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, the Daydream Master. Guys, this gives me so much stress. I don't miss being in school and taking tests. I don't miss it whatsoever. Do I have any high schoolers in the show right now? Do I have any people under 18 that are still in school or anybody in college or anything right now? I am not a school person. I don't miss taking tests. I don't miss math. Oh my God. I'm just a blue collar guy. I know how to change my oil. I know how to do a lot of things. But I don't know how to solve for Y or solve for X. You know? That's right, Foof. That was my issue with her in the remake. You're right. You're 100% right. All reactionary, not proactive. That's how I feel, and I didn't... I love Freddy's Nightmares. It was a great show. I had the DVD box set of the show, and it's a bootleg copy, but it works. I need it so bad. Oh, God, here we go. Here we go. There's the robot hand. It's so bizarre, but I love it. Look at this thing. It looks like it's from Forbidden Planet. I really like this girl, too. It's a shame. I really liked her. And look at the floor. I like the, you know. Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are y'all ready? Ha 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 ha. There's something creepy, especially on a bigger TV, knowing you can't move and that's walking towards you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, jeez. As funny as this movie is, like, I just think some of this stuff is still just like, oh boy. And there's some strange sexual tension here. There's some very strange sexual tension in this scene. Oh, as you can see. Oh my God. Wanna suck face? I just love how she has to say no. Like she has a choice. She just no. Oh man. Suck the life out of her. You flunked. Now I appreciate the realism of like now she's like having the attack, the asthma attack, and she can't breathe and man, oh man. All right, what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Jamie said I'm totally 18. Foof is 40. Brock Savage is a fresh 34. Big D, what's going on, man? It's good to see you here. Alice's dad absolutely wasn't a part of the mob. I'm feeling that way too. I'm feeling that way too. But obviously Tuesday night's mom was. Antonis. I'm sorry if I have trouble pronouncing your last name. So is Freddy your favorite horror villain? Without a shadow of a doubt. Freddy is my number one everything. He's my favorite franchise, favorite horror character. Nothing tops Freddy for me. Absolutely nothing tops him for me. The movies are my favorite. I put them up against anything for entertainment value, especially the first 5 Nightmares. They encapsulate me as a horror fan. They do everything I love about horror. Crazy fun effects, great 80s music, visually cool looking films. They're everything to me. They're what I love. Austin says the wanna suck face scene freaked me out as a little kid. I bet, man. I bet. Nightmare 4 was the first movie in the series I ever watched. Big D. Well, that's a great one to open up with, Big D. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm really enjoying, and I have not watched Nightmare 4 in probably a year and a half. It's been a while because I love these movies, but I'm really enjoying Nightmare 4. How are you guys feeling? Like I'm really, really enjoying it. Not that I never disliked it. I loved it, but I am so over the moon enjoying this commentary. This is probably my favorite one. Big D says his ranks is his third in the series, right behind the first and the third. Jess Graham showing some love for Freddy. He is number one. I mean, he really is. Brock says, I went to see the remake with 6 or 7 of my friends opening night, and I was the only one who liked it. Well, forget them, man. If you liked it, awesome. That's all that matters. 100% that matters. I love this diner. I'm digging it. Who we got hanging out with us tonight? We got 35 people. That's what my computer's showing. Let me refresh this page. Let's refresh. 36. Guys, last time, I don't want to be a broken record. If you don't mind dropping a like, God bless y'all. I'd appreciate it. Apex Machine. Hold on. I'm missing some. My dream was to meet Heather, and I got to do that live. I got to live that dream last year at a con in Minnesota. She was sweet and got to meet some of the cast of Nightmare 3. It was fun. I'm so awesome. That's awesome. I'm so glad you got to do that. We're getting some love for Nightmare 4. Antona says Nightmare 4 is awesome. I love it. I don't curse on this channel. Sorry, I don't mean to be a sissy. I just don't. Jamie, the first time I ever kissed a boy was watching A Nightmare 1 back in '84. Good times. What a great, passionate moment that was. What a great moment. Freddy is definitely my number one, says Apex. Foof says, yeah, I was wrong. He wasn't part of the mob. I guess it doesn't really matter. You just like to know these things. Look at the big... Oh, man, that ice cream machine looks so good. Looks so good. Anthony says, Nightmare 4 isn't the one I watch too much, but when I put it in, I always have a blast. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Me too. I'm really loving this. And there's something interesting about watching it on its own. Because, guys, as you can see, I haven't just binged these movies. And, watched part 4 in continuity. We just watched part 4 randomly, and it's really fun just watching part 4. So yeah, this is great. Berger applied it. Jaeger design, right? Zaton says, "What do you think of Freddy's Dead?" Again, I love them all. I love them all. Psycho Sullivan, Freddy was my first horror movie I've ever seen, so I'd have to go with Freddy's the king in my book. I just love it. You guys know I love it. Joseph says he does a great Freddy impression. Oh, Jill's here. Hey, Christian, you little meatball. What's up, Jill? How are you doing? I'm so glad to see you in here. Just got my Freddy hat on, but unfortunately I look more like Indiana Jones on an excursion or Sam Neill from Jurassic Park. I'm just, but we got to go for it. I don't think people realize how big this movie was when it came out. Freddy was everywhere. Jason and Michael couldn't hold a candle to this popularity. Nightmare 4 was the peak. Yeah, I go on the internet and I look up the box office, and I was very surprised to see that, Dream Warriors did a great job in the box office. It crushed, right? Part 4 crushed 3. And, to be fair for Nightmare on Elm Street, to be fair to Friday the 13th, they were by no means running on fumes, in my opinion, because they were making some of the best ones at that point. They were rocking part 6, 7, which I think are just amazing entries in this series. But box office wise, they weren't doing the 39, 44 million that the final chapter were and stuff. They were doing 19, 20, 22, which still is great when your movie costs like 2.5 million to make. But Nightmare on Elm Street was doing, I think this one did like something like 50 something million bucks. So it just was making more money. But then again, you compare the numbers. Friday 4 was crushing it too. So I just think that this was a little bit fresher, so people were digging it. Let's see, who do we have? That's right, home team, Anthony. Love Nightmare 4. Which one has the better Freddy demise, part 3 or 4? Honestly, I like part 4's ending a lot. I do. Vincent Price's House of Wax. That's right, Drew. It's probably my least favorite segment in here, but you got to blame time and budget constraints because they weren't able to do what they needed to do, so they made it work. Let's see. Oh, Jill, so you love... Jill says, I'm doing good, thanks. I see you're watching one of my fave sequels. I'm just digging it. I decided that we were going to do Nightmare on Elm Street. The people wanted Nightmare on Elm Street. Last week we did Brain Scan. I think before that we did Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. The people wanted the Dream Master. So I got to give it to them. It is kind of funny, though, that Freddy, I wish... This is my complaint. Okay, if you want to do a crazy kung fu deal like that, that's great. But at least give us a few moments of Freddy. Could you guys imagine this? Could you guys have imagined the few seconds where we get to see Freddy in a kung fu outfit, like a karate suit, and his belt had red and green stripes on it? Oh my God! His belt had the sweater stripes, and he was dressed like a karate guy. But you would see him a little bit. NECA would have killed that. Can you guys agree that would have made that scene even better? I wish they would have done that. Jess Graham, I think with the exception of Freddy vs. Jason, Nightmare 4 had the biggest box office. Hold on. John says, who do you guys prefer, Tuesday Night or Patricia Arquette? John actually asked that at the beginning of the show, and I think the majority love Patricia. I mean, she's just she was in Dream Warriors #1, but she was great in that movie because she was such a haunting, tortured girl. But I like them both individually for their movies, but between the two, I guess I gotta go with Patricia. Yeah. I recently reviewed Hollow Man for its 20th anniversary today. Good deal, Big D. Now, guys, there is a great Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff that actually stars Jennifer Rubin from Dream Warriors called Bad Dreams. And if you're a Nightmare fan, I guarantee you'll love Bad Dreams because it's a really, really good Nightmare ripoff. I love it so much. Great cast, great script. I love that movie. Foof says my mom let me rent this when I was 8. I turned out okay. RD Zombie, what's going on, man? Jill says I watched a few of your commentaries back afterwards. Brain Scan was a lot of fun. It was. I like Brain Scan a lot. Austin says they definitely had more of a budget for this one. They did, but I know that like they were working on this film to the last minute. I think they were doing reshoots like when like the film was slated to be released in like a couple weeks, which sounds insane, but oh my god. Part 4 made about 50 mil. It was great at that time. That's awesome. I'm so glad that this film succeeded. And Nightmare 5 didn't fail by any stretch. I think Nightmare 5 made like something like 28 or 29 million on a $4 or $5 million budget, maybe a little bit more. I know it was nowhere near a failure. I mean, the film was a success, but in terms of matching 4, it did not match 4 in the box office. It did not match 4. We got somebody hitting on Jill. Jill, you single? Oh, man, y'all leave Jill alone. She's a pretty girl. But I don't think she's single. Zaton, the memories of picking up this movie are at Blockbuster as a kid. Man, I miss that. God, what a time. What a time. The Rick death sucked. I agree. But I think you guys would agree they should have had Freddy show up in a karate outfit with a red and green belt. They should have had that. Let's see. Love Bad Dreams too, Christian. Good job, Collector Man. That's a great movie. I heard Rick was supposed to die in an elevator where they ran out of time and money. That's what happened. Anthony says I miss the days of the late movie and discovering films like this. I know. I remember watching these films for the first time and just being amazed that like I lived a life before having seen these films. You guys know what I mean? Like life-changing movies. These movies were life-changing for me. You know. Man, oh man. Did Freddy's Dead fail? No. Financially, no. Critic-wise, probably horribly, if you care about that. But, no, it did not fail by any stretch financially. Somebody could probably Wikipedia the numbers. I think New Nightmare didn't do good. You know. Jill said she's married to Freddy. Jess Graham says, I don't think any of them failed. A couple just didn't perform as well as they hoped. Part 5 domestic, 22,168,355 international, worldwide. Yeah, so so Nightmare 5 it did like half, but it still, it still did good. Rick's death was kind of lame. I like that they talked about a great death round, but I don't know they had the money to do it, sadly. I know. We got 2 Jills in here. Jamie says, Christian, did you watch me, Lauren, and Jay last night? I had so much fun. I did. I didn't comment, Jamie. I was just enjoying the show, but I did watch. You guys were talking about the Romeros, and I loved every second of it. Sometimes I don't comment. Like, I'm just like a sniper. Like, I just kind of like to put it on, and I relax, and I watch, and that's what happened. I loved it. Loved it. Joseph said, Kevin Yeager, New Nightmare was a dud at the box office. What a shame, too, because I've come around to really like New Nightmare more now. let's see. I love New Nightmare. Meta before everything was meta. Precursor to Scream. Yeah, it needs a little bit more credit, I think. New Nightmare was ahead of its time. Jamie's showing love for New Nightmare. I don't think New Nightmare did too good, but the film was ahead of its time. Look, we got a smart audience. I've got the smartest audience on the planet. Dave says, I remember in 1999 getting a DVD box set in the mail. When I came home, I was super excited. Still have it to this day. God, Dave, I can't imagine pulling the shrink wrap off. I got mine. It's down there somewhere, but I got mine used at an FYE. I lucked out. Somebody brought it to an FYE, and I got it. Jill Ann, Christian, what's your favorite kill from the entire franchise? It's hard to pick just one, but I love the Roach Motel. Great question. I'm going to give you an answer. My favorite kill, and it's really not so much the kill as it is the scene, has to be when Freddy bursts out of Jesse in 2. The look of when Freddy comes up into frame like this. And then he starts walking towards Rick. That was a horrible impression. But when he comes up out into frame, and then he starts walking towards Grady, the fear in Grady's eyes just blows me away. I mean, I love that whole sequence. So Grady's death has to be my number one. Always. As a matter of fact, I think it's my absolute favorite scene in horror movie history. And I know there are some great scenes. I know it, guys. But honestly, the one that affected me as a human being the most was that scene. So that scene is everything. But speaking of Jill, here we are because this scene is also great. I love it. Let's see. Antana says, I know I'm going to get hate for this, but A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 remake is my favorite in the franchise. Seriously, no hate. We all love Nightmare on Elm Street here. Some of us prefer certain ones, but nobody's going to give you hate. We all love you. We love that you love the remake more than anything. We love that you love the remake more than anything. Nothing but love here. This is the Nightmare. My channel is basically just a Nightmare fanboy channel, but I don't talk about it that often, but everybody knows I'm obsessed. Blockbuster always smell like farts, but I still miss it. Alice is dead is Austin says Alice is dead is way more likable in part 5. He's just a drunken creep in this one. Yeah, he is. Somebody said he's all AA. Let's see what we got. Hairspray. Prison. Did you guys see Prison? They had a prison poster. They had a prison poster right there. Which has to be New Line Cinema too. They're not going to put another company's movies on there. Let's see. Okay, so Robert said he doesn't like the remake, but he's also not a fan of New Nightmare, so that's not the popular opinion. Well, Robert, I do want to know, what is your favorite one? Let's talk about what your favorite one is. Jill says, oh my god, perfect answer. Those effects and the looks of Freddy is terrifying. Jill, it just gets me. Obviously, the kill is lacking in terms of like this overabundance of gore, but there's something about the blades going through the door and going down that's, I visualize the terror worse than they probably could do effects-wise. So I just love that sequence, guys. I do. Jill says, oh, Dave, I'm sorry, I don't want to skip Dave. It was so great to grow up in a time with all these came up. Man, I'm so jelly. I got to see the remake in theaters. Part 2 pool scene always scared me the most as a kid. The fact he was slashing in the real world. I love that sequence, too. He's like, listen, man, I just want to help you. Help yourself, effer. I love that. No, not the Pepsi. Not the Pepsi. Oh, guys, I went to Super Target and I got a popcorn maker, like a movie theater style popcorn maker. It's like the tower that you put the kernels in and you turn on. They pop into the. Oh my god! I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. Which Jill Ann, I need you back on the gram. I miss you so much on the gram. I need you back. Prison is an awesome film, Kevin. Jamie asks, favorite Freddy witty quip. My favorite one is probably. Oh, that's a tough one. Honestly, as cliche as it is, Jamie, there's something about Welcome to Prime Time that You know, it's the perfect line. Robert came up with the line himself. Welcome to prime time. I can't get enough of it. I really can't. What are my thoughts on the Mark Patton documentary? I liked it, but I'm kind of with Dave. You know, actually, you know, he really only gave a lot of hell to Dave Chaskin, the writer, and they had a conversation at the end, which was nice. But I enjoyed it. I love Mark Patton. I love him to death. I've met him. I talk to him sometimes on Facebook. He's a sweetheart. I love him. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing some. Let me keep up with the chat. Help yourself, ever. New Nightmare didn't do great at the box office, but it scored extremely well with the critics. That's true. I want one of those popcorn makers bad. Super Target. Go to Super Target. Can we all agree that Seed of Chucky is worse than the Nightmare on Elm Street remake? Oh, by a country mile, it's worse. I cannot get on board with Seed of Chucky. It's not my favorite, I'll tell you that. I don't have Instagram. Do a vid of the popcorn machine. I'll text you, John. You've got my number. I'll text you. You need one, John. You need one. Jill says, Christian, you're making my night. Thank you. I miss all your beautiful posts, too, so much. Well, Jill, hopefully one day we'll get you back on the gram. We'll get you back one day. We'll get you back. Austin says, didn't New Nightmare make a lot of money in rentals, though? I'm sure it did fine. You know, I'm sure. Especially during that time. Oh! Watch him eat the pepper. Let's watch him eat the meatball real quick, guys. Y'all ready? Look how big this meatball is. Like, Robert takes a second to get it. Like, Robert takes it. It takes him a minute to get it in. God, I love this. Look at that. I love the use of the dream world where the doors bust open and now he can go to the... Uh-oh. I'm so ready for the roach kill. This is God. That's yours, Jamie. That's another. That probably my number 2 as well. There are some great ones. Like, I love We've Got Special Work to Do Here, You and Me. Which isn't really like a funny line, but just it's a line that sticks in my head. You've got the body, I've got the brain. I love that. So many lines that just hit me. I mean, really, I think Freddy... I just love the fact that he's not a silent killer, and I love this jam. Gotta know, gotta know, gotta know, no. Love it, love it, love it. It was ad-libbed by Robert. Primetime was awesome. That's right. Jamie says she's got a popcorn fountain popper. I love it, and it's fun to use, too. Oh, my God. I love it, Jamie. And it tastes so much better. Because, ooh, here we go. The best soundtrack. Put 'em on, put 'em on, put 'em on me. I love it. Put 'em on, I can't get enough of it. That's on the vinyl that I have. Is it true that Robert Englund used a real finger knife glove? Well, some of the gloves were very sharp, absolutely, but some of them were... He had different gloves on set. You know? Mouthful of meatball. I don't know what's worse, the meatball or the roach. I think the roach is worse. This is a great scene coming up. I don't know. Jill, I can clearly see why this is your favorite. This one... Oh! This is a great one. Oh my God. Foof is in love with Robert Englund. That's awesome. Collector Man, what is your favorite Freddy makeup? 2 is my favorite. And then, honestly, I think I like this one. I really do. And I'm not just saying that because I got my replica. But I really love the look of Freddy in this one. I mean, he looks fantastic. The effects during this kill coming up are phenomenal. You're right. Oh! That is brutal. Ugh. Shake it off, guys. Shake it off. This is like some Cronenberg stuff right here. One thing I'd like to see you in the future in Nightmare on Elm Street is somebody willingly working with Freddy. I'll work with him. Put me in the movie with him. Oh, man. Oh, that was so cool. The way you had to throw the weight to break that glass. That was awesome. The Roach Motel is so good. Let's see. Kelly Rowland was miscast, in my opinion. I can see how you think that. I can. Sinead O'Connor is kind of underrated as a singer. I love Sinead O'Connor. Lay your hands on me. They are, Jill. They're disgusting, those armbands. Oh, man. You got to appreciate the creativity of 4. Like, this is just so random, but it's so disgusting. Oh, God. Rick, you little meatball. I did like in the documentary that the director, Jack Shoulder, told him to get over it and stop this. It's been 30 years. Oh, man. You're right, man. He's like, get over it, dude. Oh, my God. Dave, are you seeing this? This is nasty. Dave, I still want an Instagram post. I want a shot of your beer, that really heavy motor oil looking beer you drank. I want your box set, DVD box set with part 4 pulled out on top. I want it on the gram. I want my treatment. Don't let me down. Oh, I remember Big D. I watched all those reviews. Jess says, I've been in the theater they used in this movie. Filmed a commercial for Shark Boy and Lava Girl 3D there. It's the Rialto in Pasadena, California. It was also used in Scream 2. Wow, that's awesome. I feel like we got a celebrity here. Oh! I cringe when her arms snap open. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. I know. I wish every horror movie had a documentary, too. What do you got going on, Jill? Freddy vs. Jason is literally the most watched movie in my collection. It may not be an amazing film, but it's definitely entertaining, and those last 20 minutes are phenomenal. Oh, I mean, 100%. I agree with that, you know. It's not my favorite either, but it's a Freddy movie to me. So, I mean, it's got Freddy in it. I like the one death scene. I think it was the blonde hair kid. He was really only death scene that had with Freddy, but I love that scene a lot. And I just love that, you know, I wish it was Kane and Robert Englund. I really do. I really wish it was Kane and Robert Englund. Man, oh man. I just disagree with everything New Line did at that point. And I like Ken Kersinger. I do. If you guys like him, I understand. I really do. But god dang it, man. I just wish Kane had done that movie. I really do. You've got the body. I've got the brain, Jesse. That's right. I think Freddy vs. Jason was such a fun watch. I've seen it many times. You can check in, but you can't check out. God, that's a big needle. Poor Dan. He's all cut up. No, please ask questions, Antonis. Please. Big Crack Rock says they finally utilized some surround sound. That's right. Great soundtrack on this one. Jamie says she loves Freddy vs. Jason big time. You know, I love the bed smashing scene in the beginning where the guy's like, give me another beer. And the girl's taking a shower and he takes the bed and just... I love it. I agree. I think it's a Freddy film more than a Jason film. Maybe it's just the way I see it because I'm a mark for Freddy, but, you know. Foof says should have been Kane and Robert. I agree. Ken Kersinger did a good job with the direction he was giving. That being said, the direction he was given was not good. That's a very fair statement. You know, I just didn't appreciate the Frankenstein slow movement. Man, I mean, when you look at like the New Blood Jason, that is the most intense, bad to the bone Jason, man. Could you imagine that guy fighting Freddy? That would have been amazing. You know. Austin says, why would the ambulance have green lighting in it? Because it's an Argento-inspired ambulance. That's why. I know it, Jess. I wanted Kane too, man. I wanted Kane too. Nightmare 5's gore is much more disturbing. Nightmare 4 is more cartoony. I can see why the MPAA was harder on 5. That's fair. Again, I always say this to the people that aren't big on 5, which you don't have to be. I get it. It's got its certain flavor. If you can watch the uncut version, I would never watch the theatrical cut ever again. I think the intense scenes really elevate Freddy in that movie. I do. Didn't Kane not get the role because he wasn't tall enough for Freddy versus Jason? You see, that's I'm sure that really truly is part of it. But if you look into the stuff, Paul Zamorelli, he has this channel called Horror is Dead, and he talked about this, and it was a blame game. Everybody blamed each other because the fans revolted, and everybody's like, "Where's Kane?" So in the documentary that he did about it, he literally shows interviews of everyone blaming everybody else, because no one wanted to accept the fact that they screwed up, because the fans just wanted Kane, That's right, Big D, I agree. I have to agree with Freddy vs. Jason feeling more like a Nightmare film. It didn't have that sweet spot. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way I see it, too. Alice is ready to fight now. Do you own a Freddy glove? If so, may I see it? Yeah. I actually showed this off earlier. This is kind of like my Dream Master glove. And here it is on this base that actually says Nightmare on Elm Street, and I can turn the hand. So if I want it like this. Also, guys, I showed this earlier, but if you're just here watching this now, there's my Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 video store display. Look at that. And then I've actually got the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 video store display right here. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Oh, let me get the camera set back up. There we go. It was LL Cool J and H2O Collector Man. I don't know, Austin. It's all said and done now. He did care about the rolls, that's on. He did. Thank you, Jill. I do love that glove. Al Pacino is like 5'4". They could work around that stuff at cinematography. Exactly. I mean, exactly. And not to mention, Kane is still much taller than Freddy. Kane is much taller than Robert Englund. Oh, man. Jill says she wants a life-size Freddy. Well, Jill, I'm with you, but I've got the Gammy animatronic, and he's in the room next to me, but I've got my two Freddys. I'll show you guys. I've got my two Freddys on either side of the TV. There's my Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 Freddy, and there's my Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 Freddy, and I love them to death. I love them to death. Did you see the new movie Host on Shudder? I thought it was pretty scary and cleverly taking advantage of Zoom during quarantine. Yes, I loved it. I know me and Jill were both really big on that movie. If you guys have Shudder and you're a fan of found footage, I was really big on Host. Definitely check it out, guys. Definitely check it out. I think you're right, Anthony. I would lean to more towards the producers, too. I think so. I know it, John. A time gone by. What is the weakest death, in my opinion? That's a good question. If I thought about it for a second, I would probably say... Wow, that's a tough question. None of them in Dream Warriors, by any stretch. I don't know. I like a lot of them. I love the coach getting beaten by towels and stuff and getting clawed in the bathroom in 2. I guess I would have to put it on this movie, and it would be the brother with the kung fu scene. I mean, it could have been better. I understand that they didn't have time, but they should have, like I said, if they would have had some spots where you actually saw Freddy in a karate outfit with a red and green sweater belt, kung fu belt, a karate belt, that would have made that scene even cooler. But they didn't do that. I can't decide between the popcorn popper with wheels or the one with the big pan up top. Oh, you got to get either one of them, Big Crack Rock. I don't think I have a picture of it on my phone. I want to show you guys the one I have. Let me see. Maybe I have a picture of it. Dang it, I don't have a picture of it on my phone. Oh, well. I'll post a picture of it on the community tab on YouTube, and I'll show you guys. They are, Jill, I love my video store displays. They just tie the horror room together. I love them. I really want a Dream Child one because it's really cool. And it is a bad wig. You're totally right. But again, I love the colors in this. The greens, they just... I dig it so much. I'm not complaining about the opening of Nightmare 5, though, Austin. Not complaining by... And Dan is hot. I have no problem admitting that. Dan is a hunk. He's a major league hunk. And he does have the need for speed. Foof, I hope you still got him. Oh, Shudder is cheap. It's $4.95 a month. $4 or $5 a month. And it's nothing but horror films. It's the Netflix of horror. Yeah, you could pay for the year. I think I just do monthly. But I just, you know... Because I just like to pay little bits of money at a time. I don't know why I'm weird like that, but I am. But Shudder is amazing. Oh my God, Jill, is that true? I love Linnea Quigley. Yes, Foof, please get Shudder. Check out Host. It's a good brand new found footage movie. I really dig it. Oh, yeah, and you can go through Amazon Prime. That's right, Jamie. Thank you for saying that, because some people do that too, which I almost think I should probably do that myself, but I've already got it, you know. Am Eternal. Oh! I love Alice here. I love Alice here. I love this church look. It's so cool. You know, once I got a big TV in here, I was really able to appreciate everything in frame, you know, because I've always had small TVs because it just was never something I thought about. But now that I have a 55 Big Daddy, I could never not have a, you know, actually, you know, you can have, like, if as long as you have like a 40-inch TV, I think you're good. You can really appreciate everything on screen. But if, like, I had a little TV in here before back in the day, and I couldn't see anything. If there is boob action, I gotta cover the camera. Let me get ready to cover it. Oh boy. Oh God, I love this. All the hands and stuff. I'm not gonna cover it till I have to, guys. Oh! And you guys, if you're listening at home, do you hear the gothic music in the back? I love that. The organs. What a special effects juggernaut. Oh, man. Look at all these hands. Oh, that's creepy. Oh! Oh, my God. I love it. I love it. And I don't know why mirrors only hurt him here. Well, let me cover up, guys, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Oh, my God. I think that is Linnea. Oh, my God, it's creepy. That definitely looked like Linnea Quigley. That definitely looked like Linnea Quigley. All right, let me make sure I can undo it. And I agree, it is art, but this is also YouTube. They don't like this kind of stuff on here. All right, we're good. I love the ending of 4 so much because of the visual crazy stuff they do. I mean, with the hands coming out of them. We're going to talk about what's coming next, Kevin. I'm going to give you guys some options. Bear with me. Bear with me. Alice did it. Yes, Foof, it's all horror. I wish I could show it, Jamie. I know it. I can't take a risk though. I'm YouTube partner. I get my $4 a month from Google Ads. Can't lose that $4. Can't lose that $4. Oh man. We got 34 people in here is what I'm seeing. If you guys haven't given a like on the stream, I would appreciate it. This has been fun. This was such a fun watch. My God, this was so fun. And she walks out. The place is crumbling. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at Alice. She's got her man. She's got it all. She's got it all worked out. Anthony Jordan movies and reviews. I might have to incorporate this into my October reviews now. Please do. Please do. Shout out your boy. Tell him Christian sent you. Well, Apex, hold on. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this at the once this movie's over, we're going to talk about the next one. Foof said I wrote a grad school essay on the gothic aspect of Nightmare on Elm Street. Got an A. I bet you did. Everything's fine, Alice. Freddy is gone. You don't have to worry about Freddy. He's not coming back. Put your hands. I love that song. Put your hands on me.
Watch out, Freddy's back. Welcome to Elm Street.
All right, guys. Are y'all ready to talk about rest in peace to John Saxon? All right, are y'all ready to talk about not next week because I work evenings, so I can't next week, but the week after that? Are y'all ready to talk about the next commentary on Christian Hanna Horror? Are y'all ready? Let me get a thumbs up because you guys right here live, you're about to help me decide this. Whatever one gets the vote wins. The most votes wins, okay? Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Let me get a thumbs up in the chat. I'll wait till everybody shows them, and then we're going to talk about this. Can y'all hear that? Hold on. Just like to go back one and do the Dream Warriors? Do you want to go forward one and do the Dream Child? Or do you want to go ahead and do New Nightmare? Let's see which one goes for it. I'm going to wait and see what you guys think. I think... Whew! I think I know what's going to win, but I think we got to keep Freddy rolling. The time is now. We have got to make this happen now. We're getting close to Halloween. Let's see what everybody's saying. Hold on real quick while y'all vote. Listen to me, I'll bust a rhyme. The myth, Fred Krueger, the man. All right. Okay, hold on. I gotta count these votes. All right. Okay. I'm gonna count the votes for part. I'm gonna count the votes for part 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Now let's see. Oh my god, I'm getting confused. Somebody in the chat help me out. We got a lot of love for 5 too, but it's looking like Dream Warriors won. Am I right, guys? Please let me know. Does it look like Dream Warriors won? 5 came close. 5 came close, but it looks like... Which one won, guys? Is it 5 or 3? Because I'm realizing I should have tallied this as it was going on instead of dancing. Okay. Let me see again. All right. This was close. Hold on. Did 5 win? No, 3-1. 3-1. Okay, 3-1. Now let's just take it. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. Dream Warriors won. It was close, right? It was close, but Dream Warriors won. Don't be afraid. All right, it looks like Dream Warriors won. It was close, but Dream Warriors won. We got 16 votes for Dream Warriors. Jill, thank you. Okay, so I think 5 had like, what, 12 or 13? It got close. Nobody. Oh my god. It was that close? 16 votes for Dream Warriors and 15 for Dream Child? Okay, so how about this? How about this? Let's do Dream Warriors next time, and then we're going to go. Now look above there. You see behind the fly poster, Nightmare 5. We're going to do 3, and then we're going to do 5. How does that sound, guys? Thank y'all so much. You guys just made my night. I needed this night. You guys have no idea how much I needed this night. So we're going to do Dream Warriors next, and then we're going to do 5. We're just going to do it. I love you guys so much. We're going to end things here. But I want to give a shout out to everybody that stopped by and hung out. This was so fun. I love you guys so much. Please, it won't be next week, but the week after that, we're going to rock Dream Warriors. We're the Dream Warriors. And then we're going to do Nightmare on Elm Street 5. And it's going to be amazing. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have an absolute blast. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys will know on YouTube. I'll give notifications and stuff. What a blast. What an absolute blast. This was so fun. Thank you, everybody that hung up. I love you so much. See you guys next time.